time, we dearly and gladly want to welcome you to our broadcast here at Focus on Liberia. Good evening, wherever you are, good afternoon, and welcome to this broadcast here at Focus on Liberia. As you can see, I am Anthony C.A. hosting in this edition of our show. The program that you are watching is FOL Spotlight, that is Focus on Liberia Spotlight. Focus on Liberia Spotlight is a program in which we spotlight a Liberian, a professional, a person who is trying to take a giant step or doing something marvelous and is a representative of our community. In today's edition of this show, we are spotlighting an aspirant for District number 9 in Montserrado County. His name is Frank Saah Foko Jr., who is eyeing that seat that Honorable Munai Nyombla had represented before her untimely passing. And so, folks, welcome to Focus on Liberia here. And do us that usual favor by hitting that share button so we can hear from this aspirant, Mr. Foko, who is throwing his hat in the race in a serious manner. Welcome, folks. Let's get started here quickly. Let me now welcome my guest, Mr. Frank Saah Foko. Welcome to Focus on Liberia, Mr. Foko. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
All right, folks, you heard it. He's happy to be here. That also means he's happy to answer the tough question. And you heard me right. He is an aspirant for District number 9, Montserrado County, and the elections are coming close too fast. And he said he is ready. And so, folks, stay with us here as we go into the exclusive interview with Mr. Foko, who clearly is trying all he can to land that seat and represent the people of District number 9. But we can't get started without knowing who Mr. Frank Saah Foko is. So, Mr. Foko, let me come back to you. Some people are just hearing the name, and I didn't know this name. I never heard this name before until we reach out to you and you're like, hey, I would like to do this interview. So the question is, who is Mr. Frank Saah Foko Jr.?
Well, thank you very much. Like I said, I'm happy to be here for the very first time on this wonderful platform. Like you rightly stated, my name is Frank Saah Foko Jr., a resident of Lakpasi within Electoral District number 9, and a former Chief of Office staff to the late Representative's Office. And I currently serve as the Inspector General for the National Water Sanitation and Hygiene Commission in Liberia, situated at 18th Street in Single.
So beside those two experiences in terms of work, are there other experiences you had in the past that you wish to share with us just to know a little more about you? And are you married, by the way? Do you have family?
I have kids.
Mhm.
I'm not married.
Okay, so beside working with WAS and working in the office of the late Nyombla, you did not work anywhere else. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
No, I work with the Orange GSM company Liberia.
Okay.
The Orange GSM, I once served as the mobile sale manager and head of trade marketing for Orange in Liberia. I once worked with a Total filling station incorporated in Bond County,
Mhm.
and I have also worked with several, organizations in Liberia. But currently, I'm serving as the Inspector General for the National Water Sanitation and Hygiene Commission.
All right, thank you so very much. And do you want to make it clear and emphatic that you are a resident of District Number 9 in Montserrado County?
So I have been a resident of District Number 9 for over 25 years.
All right, that is outstanding, folks. You heard there. He been in our district for 25 years, and he has also worked in Liberia in several capacities that he just mentioned. And this time, he's going for something big, big enough to represent an entire district. He been in that office before, and so maybe he knows what he's talking about. So, Foko, do you know the needs of the residents in that district that you want to represent? If you do, what are the needs of the people in that district?
Basically, I love that question and I say thank you.
Hmm.
And I say, let me send a sincere greetings to my
Hmm.
audience,
Okay.
I, both home and away. You know, the people, this district is a serious minded district.
Okay.
This district, electoral district number 9 of Montserrado County, this district has been very organized. So basically, our people in electoral district number 9, we've been operating. Before I go into this discussion,
Hmm.
let me firstly say sorry to the people of Liberia and sorry to the people of electoral district number 9
Hmm.
for the loss of our sister, our leader, our friend, the person who actually make us to understand the importance of having a lawmaker, a person who brought the office of a lawmaker down to the least man in the community, the person who make this district to understand that you have the right to interact with your lawmaker, the person who also make us in the district to understand that a lawmaker must make report to his or her people, you know, a person who make us to understand that a lawmaker must call for meeting to ask the people about their views, and a person who make us to understand that after going through all of your processes at the legislature, you must come to your people and make report to them. We have lost this person, Honorable Mona E. Pelham Youngblood. May her soul rest in perfect peace. We miss you. We love you. You're going to remain on our hearts for the rest of our life. Let me get into the issue. The people of District Number 9, they are all serious minded people, and I salute every one of you. The people of this district, we've been operating with the past lawmaker, most especially Honorable Mona E. Pelham Youngblood. We have been operating with the three cardinal responsibilities of a lawmaker. She make us to understand that a lawmaker must represent your people adequately with these three cardinal responsibilities. So our district is not a kind of district where you find people coming to lawmaker door to beg. Our district is a kind of district where in we have people believe in self-empowerment. Most especially the young people of this district, we believe in our vocational education, and we also believe in different kinds of education. Within our district, we have major businesses in our district. We have trade centers within our district. We have vocational schools within our district. So we've been operating this way, but our lawmaker, with all of these operations within the district, she has been able to go outside those three cardinal responsibilities. That is at times where we found a fire problem within our district, where we found our people having problem with water, because one of our greatest challenge within this district number 9, since Madam Youngblood became representative of this district, one of our greatest challenge in the district was the issue of electricity and the issue of water. She managed in her weak way wherein she wrote the past president, former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. She wrote Madam Sirleaf and also wrote the legislature, raising the issue of how much data her district was spending when it comes to us paying money to private generator owners. And then
Frank.
we were able to receive current within the district,
Mhm.
though we have not gotten current within all of the homes within electoral district number 9, that which we still have challenge in some areas, but holistically, majority of the people in the district was able to receive electricity. And then another challenge we had in the district has been the issue of sanitation
Mhm.
and the issue of the various drainages within the district.
Right.
So she has been able in her weak ways, where we found many people within this district build their homes over their the open way of the water, where people build their homes. We've been trying to create an open space where
Frank.
the water will have a free passage. Yeah.
Yeah, Frank, I just want to point out to you that I know you work with the late Nyonglo, and I know you are, in agreement that she did her best, but it is about you now. So I want you to explain, what the challenges to be in your district, without putting what, she was doing in the district. So again, what are the problems in the district as you know them best that you want to share with us?
One of the major problem in the district is the issue of sanitation.
Mhm,
We have a challenge with the issue of sanitation,
mhm,
and we have a challenge with working in line with the young people.
mhm,
And one of our challenge has been we have been creating programs. We thought to create more programs
mhm.
where we're going to divide this district into 4 different sections. When I say section, what I'm talking about, we have 21 political communities, 21 demarcated communities within the district,
I'm not
and
talking
we
about
have
how you're going to tackle the problems. I want you to share with me the challenges in the district. Because if you want to represent a group of people, you
the
got to know what their
challenge, the
problems,
challenge,
yeah, what
the
their
challenge in
challenges
the
are.
district.
Hmm.
The challenges in the district has to do with the issue of sanitation
Okay.
and the issue of creating more vocational education for the young people in this district.
Okay. So how are you going to tackle those problems? Should you be blessed to get elected as representative for District Number 9? How will you tackle those problems?
Most especially the young people
Hmm.
and for those who are currently in grade school.
Hmm.
We started tackling these problems by creating activities where we try to erase the issue of Good Friday, wherein our students normally used to go on the various beaches
Hmm.
over the weekend to go and have, to go and enjoy themselves.
Hmm.
So we thought to create programs like the quizzing, the debate, tournament. We have other sports activity within grade school where we
Hmm.
kept the students together instead of going on the various beaches. We find the students being busy with those activities. Then another one we thought about is the issue we thought to invest more into vocational education, where we're going to have people going to learn trade. Once they learn their trade, most especially for some of those who cannot afford to attend university, we're going to make sure we create more opportunity when it comes to vocational education. Then the issue that has to do with sanitation in the district, we're going to make sure we work in line with MCC
Hmm.
in creating a smooth environment that which they have already started with the various communities. They started with 4 communities, most especially district number 7,
All right.
district number 8, district number 9, district number 10.
Yes.
So we're going to tackle the issue of sanitation working in line with MCC.
Frank, you talk about vocational education has been one of the things that you would tackle in meeting the needs of your constituents or the constituents in District Number 9. And you lay out how you're going to do it. But what you didn't tell me is how you're going to get the money to make that happen. Do you know how lawmakers, uh, you know, gather the necessary resources to carry on projects? So how are you going to do this?
This is just very simple. We're going to keep engaging national government respectfully. We're also going to keep engaging our partners. We're going to run programs I'm a programmer. I believe in writing programs, different kinds of program, convincing our partners and national government to also invest in vocational education that are going to help our people. And I know that government going to listen to us. I know that our partner going to see reason to also help us in this process.
Why is it that you Liberians or us Liberians about these partners and partners and partners? Who are the partners that you're talking about? I mean, these partners have been helping
Uh,
Liberia, and Liberia is nowhere in terms of even vocational education. So what you're talking about here is not new.
Yeah, when I'm talking about partners,
Mm-hmm.
I'm speaking from a holistic point. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not just looking at our international partners.
Mm-hmm.
We have many of our brothers and sisters who are in the diaspora, who
Okay.
have made many gains in the diaspora,
Mm-hmm.
and they are waiting to come back home to help their people, but they don't understand how, they don't know where to help. So we're going to write our programs, we're going to write those papers, we invite them back home and show them those necessary programs in order to help their people back home. So when I'm speaking about partners, I'm not just talking about international partners, but I'm
Okay.
also talking about those Liberians who went out there, who have made many gains and are waiting to look back home to help their people.
So, what are some specifics that you will be asking for from the Liberians you refer to as partners or who are potential partners in your plan? What specifics you're going to be asking for?
From an open point of view,
Mm-hmm.
there are many things that we have to learn in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Some going to do electricity.
Mm-hmm.
Some people want to be mechanic, but professional mechanic.
Right.
Some people want to be carpenters. Some people want to be electrician. You just name them. We're going to
Mm-hmm.
come up professionally engage those who are professional in those areas. We're going to sit with those technicians to work it out together.
So let me. Will you be running on your own record, or will you be running on the record of the late Nyomla? I mean, tell me.
I am definitely going to be running on the both records.
And
There's no
why?
way I can run without the record of Madame Yombla because I worked with her for years.
Hmm.
I served her for years, and I was working in the best interest of electoral district number 9, and I was working in the best interest of the Liberian people. So whatever I was doing, I was not doing it on my own. I was doing it for our people. I was being instructed on many occasions. We were the technicians, we were the political engineers, we were the crafter that were working along with the madam. Don't get me wrong. I'm not the only person that worked with her. We were many that worked with her. But I worked very closely, that which the entire nation can attest to that.
Okay.
And basically, there are a lot of things we learned along the way. There are some good things we brought on the table to our fallen boss lady.
Hmm.
But we're going to go back to our own notes, most
Hmm.
especially those notes that we were working with,
Hmm.
and those things that we intended, those things that we all agree upon as a team.
Hmm.
And in the best interest of our people, we're going to go back to those notes to make sure that we implement, we start from where she stopped.
So, in your assessment, did she do well enough for the people of District Number 9?
That is no secret. The late representative did extremely well. The records are there. But sometimes, politically, when it comes to politics, your opposition will always tell you that you have not done nothing, that which is always important because they encourage you to do more. But from a realistic standpoint, you know that Madame Yombla, even you there know that Madame Yombla did extremely well.
No,
She did well
honestly,
for her
honestly,
people.
I don't know that. I don't
She
live
did
in
well for
Liberia.
the country.
Honestly, I don't know that. I
Okay,
don't
but
live in Liberia.
yes, well, I guess you have been following the activities in Liberia. But she did extremely well. She became one of the very best lawmakers in Liberia. The
Talk,
records are there.
Talking about the records are there, that she became one of the best lawmakers in Liberia. Share with me and my audience some tangibles, as you guys will call it in Liberia. What are some tangibles she left behind that you are willing to share with my audience and people listening to you?
Okay, one of the tangible that I can speak of today and boast of when it comes to her legislative achievement.
Mhm.
Madam Youngblood introduced the bill called the Law Enforcement Oversight Authority out of 2013,
Mhm.
and she also introduced the National Water Sanitation and Hygiene Commission out of 2012, that which today it has been passed into law, and we have that entity operating currently in Liberia. And there were many bills in Liberia that she co-sponsored, and at the same time, she also worked on the National Commission, the Independent Enforcement Compliance Oversight Authority, that which is also still in committee room.
Mhm.
There were many other bills that she also co-sponsored. Basically, when it comes to the issue of the bill she co-sponsored, they are on record. The records are there.
Mhm.
The one that passed into law, the records are there. You check now, currently the National Water Sanitation Hygiene Commission is no secret. She was the one that pushed that, and today we have it into existence. And then when it comes
And I
to
think that one is of no secret to you because you are one of the direct beneficiaries because you work with the WAS.
I am a beneficiary, and Liberia is also benefiting from it as well
Mhm.
because I am serving my country.
Thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, watching our broadcast here, you are watching Focus on Liberia Spotlight. Our Spotlight program is when we throw the spotlight or the light on one of our own trying to do something extraordinary. Our guest today is Mr. Frank Saah Foko, who sometime worked in the office of the late Nyomlo. He is now an aspirant for that representative seat in District Number 9, Montserrado County, and he is in an exclusive with us here at Focus on Liberia. Frank, are you best suited for District Number 9 compared to your potential challengers? If yes,
I'm
why?
one, I'm 100%,
Tell us why.
and the reasons are many, but I will
Okay.
give you just very few
Mhm.
reasons. Uh, I'm an experienced person when it comes to this process. I'm the most experienced person right now when it comes to this process because I worked within her office,
Mhm.
not just as an ordinary person, but as a major decision maker within her office. I played a key role that which the country, the entire nation is a witness to that. I have been following all of her activities, not just as an ordinary person, but I play a lead role in all of her legislative issues within this country. I played a lead role
Mhm.
with our developmental issues within the district. I also played a lead role with out of her just everything that had to do with her achievement in this country, most especially electoral district number 9.
Mhm.
I proxy for her on many occasions, locally and internationally. I have represented her on just many occasions that which the records are also clear. In terms of all of our activities politically, administratively, legislatively, I understand the issue very well. So I think it is important that the people of electoral district number 9 trust me this time to continue from where she stopped because we don't want to take this district back. We don't want to take this. We don't want to give this district right now to a strange person who does not understand the making because she was on a speed. She was moving at certain level, and we understand the level at which she was moving. So, in order to keep this district moving progressively, we definitely have to continue from our end. And in
Frank,
subsequent time, we know that the district will get results because we are
Fr-
not coming as stranger to the process.
Frank, somebody listening to you might think that all that is just sweet talk, that the district were on speed, and all that. But my question here, Frank, is you said you represented her on the international level as well. Give me one or two instances that you
I, rep-
represented her on the international level.
I represented her at a conference, at a peace conference in Ghana.
Mhm.
I also represented her in Togo, And I just last year from the National Water Sanitation Hygiene Commission,
Mm.
I also represented my entity at the UNGA summit in New York.
And and and
And
and, and locally, yeah.
locally they are countless. Locally they are countless.
Locally, they are counselors. So, you work with her directly, and so you are convinced that you know the inner working of a member of representatives.
That is clear. I understand the inner workings. I understand the day-to-day activities of a lawmaker. I know how it works. I understand the power of lobbying. I understand the power of true representation. I understand the power of oversight. So I know exactly how it works. I'm not going there as a stranger. I'm going there as an experienced person.
Talking about experience and not being a stranger to legislative work, tell me the cardinal responsibilities of a lawmaker. What are they?
Representation, lawmaking, and oversight.
Tell me how a representative execute each of those that you just named.
It's just very simple. In terms of representation, I
Mhm,
go at the legislature to represent my people.
mhm,
And I choose my representation. I'm going to make sure I put their plight on the table and I put the Liberian people plight on their table.
mhm,
In terms of lawmaking, most especially for those bills, those necessary bills that we're going to write in plenary,
mhm.
the whatever they're going to, the country going to benefit from directly, we're going to make sure that we pass those necessary laws. In terms of oversight, for example, the issue that has to do with rules, connectivity within the district, the issue that has to do with electricity. It is not my responsibility to come. I cannot afford to build a road in my district. I cannot afford to build a modern road in my district. But what I need to do as per my oversight is to make sure that the entity that is responsible, the government entity that is responsible, to do road connectivity in my district, I'm going to make sure I keep engaging them responsibly. I'm going to make sure that I keep engaging national government responsibly, when it comes to road connectivity. And it comes to electricity, I'm going to make sure I keep engaging that my people receive electricity. Just everything that has to do with what my people stand to benefit, I'm going to use my oversight to make sure that my people benefit those things.
You said earlier you understand lobbying. Let's take into consideration it is a budget process ongoing. And there are some things that you wish to see in your district to benefit the constituents there. Tell me how you will do it.
That's what they call lobby. Do you want me to tell you my strategy
Go
in
ahead.
terms of lobbying?
Mhm,
Yeah, I'm going to use my ability. I'm
mhm,
going to use my ability to make sure that, most especially for what you just said in terms of the budget.
mhm,
Once before the budget is passed, we're going to discuss the budget on the floor.
mhm.
So in discussing the budget on the floor, I'm going to look in the budget, not just only for my district, but for the county and for the country at large. So we're going to make sure that we look at what is necessary for our people. So where we see that the government is putting so much money where it's not necessary at that given point in time, we're going to make sure we convince the process intellectually. We're going to make sure that we engage the process intellectually, convince the process that we can divert this from this, and most especially the issue of medical facilities in Liberia. I think is one place we need to pay more attention. The issue of public schools in Liberia is one of the areas we need to pay more attention. So we're just going to look at where we think is necessary at that given point in time that more money should be placed so that it can benefit the Liberian people.
And I like what you said, but again, I'm looking for a concrete and well convincing presentation from you during a budget process. Let me give you an example. You said water and sanitation is an issue in your district. Maybe there are too many swamps in your district. Maybe the commodities there get flooded during the reading season. So it is a budget year. and you already have met your constituents and you say, look, we're going to solve this problem. Now, you want money to make it happen. Maybe you want to build drainages and all that. How are you going to convince your fellow lawmakers for more money to be allocated to that particular project of yours that will bring, a resolution to the plight of your people? Tell me how you're going to do it. Are you going to show them some things, or are you just going to go there and do it intellectually, as you said?
No, we're gonna put it on the paper. We're gonna convince the process by giving them evidence to what the Liberian people are faced with, and we're gonna convince them why they should invest more money into MCC.
Mm-hmm.
Because in as much as they invest more money into MCC budget, it's going to directly have a trickle down effect on the lives of the people. So once they get at MCC, we're going to engage MCC to make sure that we show them evidence of what our people are faced with.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely we know that those problems will be solved. But we know that our lawmakers, we know that they are good people, they are responsible people, they are there to represent their people. So in as much as you gave them more reason, they're going to see reason to divert whatever the situation is.
And do you intend to use statistical information in lobbying for your people? I mean, you need some things that are
That
convincing.
which, that which I believe in, that is why I told you we're going to use the paper.
Okay.
We're going to go down to the statistic.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do all of the statistic, and we're going to have evidence to everything where we will convince the process that it is necessary that we invest into sanitation. It is necessary that we invest into health facilities. It is necessary that we invest into public school, because you have, like, for example, from 12th Street, you don't have a public school up to the EAWA junction.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a lot of reasons. There are clear reasons to show why government should invest in public high school, most especially within this line, because there are too many persons that cannot afford to go to private school, right? So basically, once you have 2 to 3 public school within this terrain, you're going to have too many, people who are suffering that cannot afford. You're going to find them going to school.
All right. His name is Frank Saah Foko, and he is a representative aspirant for District Number 9, Montserrado County. He has had the opportunity to work with the late Nyomblo, and he said he represented her on so many occasions internationally and locally. He said he has been in that room making all the critical decisions when it comes to representation, oversight, and lawmaking. Does he have it? He said he does. But we will find out. Stay with us as we continue this interview. Frank, anybody running for an elective position will do it either independently or on a party's ticket. Tell me which one fits you right now.
Okay, I'm from a political institution,
Mm-hmm.
that is the Congress for Democratic Change, the biggest political party in the Republic of Liberia. And I am a citizen, my eyes open to politics within the CDC.
Mm-hmm.
We have our traditional process that lead to a person becoming a candidate on the party's ticket. Currently, NEC has not announced the vacancy yet. I believe in my mind, my party is still awaiting the announcement of vacancy, before they can start the process. But internally, I am from the District Number 9, the party. I form part of the party leadership within District Number 9. I currently serve as the assistant coordinator for political affairs. So we've been having our smaller engagements, and we are going to play our cards in talking to our people. Most especially, we have our leadership, and we have a way of having a candidate. That is, we have a primary process that definitely going to go on. But I know, by the special grace of God, we're going to definitely are going to definitely be the next candidate on the party ticket, because I am a politician, I am a political engineer, I am a strategist who understand the process.
I am a politician. I am a political engineer. I am a strategist. Somebody might say, friend, my friend, those are all your words. The primary will come. Will there be any? And will you defeat a potential opponent in that primary? Will you?
Yeah, that which I'm sure about. We are going to a process, and every other aspirants are playing their political cards. So basically, ones who play his cards well automatically becomes the candidate. Most especially not just playing your cards, but our people, most especially our people within the district, the CDC leadership within District Number 9, our zonal heads, the Women League, the Youth League, the mainstream. Uh, they're gonna do their scrutiny process. They are going through that process right now. They are looking at their candidates on the table. Whoever becomes the best candidate as per what they see and what they've been seeing in the past, they're going to make their decision. But I know in my mind, for all of those things they are looking for in the candidate, I believe in my mind that I have all of those attributes.
And in the unfortunate event or situation that you are not chosen to be the party's candidate, what happens, Frank? You go independent?
No, I'm party discipline. I am party discipline. I remain party discipline. I was trained within my party to respect every decision from my party. And I know that my party has introduced, this party is the only party in Liberia that I know that has introduced a very modern process that leads to having a candidate on the party's ticket.
Frank, what
So
is party discipline? What is party discipline?
I never go against my party. Or my party take decision, whether be it in my favor or not, I am to respect my party decision.
Why, if that decision is wrong and not in the interest of Liberia and the Liberian party,
I,
will you obey?
I no, my party does not make wrong decision when it comes to that aspect. We have not made wrong decision. I don't think my party will make wrong decision.
The
My
Bible
party is
said,
a
for no
responsible
one
party.
has sinned. Listen to me, Frank. The Bible said, for no one is infallible. For all have
No,
sinned
what?
and fallen short of
Yeah,
the glory of God. And Frank is telling Anthony here, my party never made a wrong decision. Should I buy that?
yeah. I want you to accept that because I'm on record for that. My party will not make any mistake when it comes to that.
So, Frank, don't you think it's premature to be announcing your candidacy at this time when, in your own words, the National Election Commission, the electioneering body, is yet to declare the position vacant? Nino has your party and now primaries, and now you are here blowing your horn, Frank. Are you
Yeah,
not? Go
this
on.
is why I'm still an aspirant. I have
Mhm,
not become a candidate on the party's ticket.
mhm.
We are having this discussion, and I think I'm also informing the listening audience. Those things that come with.
Mhm.
So I don't think it's a problem now. I am a Liberian. I think I have the right to do what I'm doing. I'm not in any way going against anyone's right. I don't think constitutionally I'm going against the NEC rules and regulations, most especially their laws. I don't think I'm also going against my party doctrine. I don't think I'm also going against my party policy. So I don't think I'm wrong. Once I'm not doing anything illegally, I think it's right. It's not premature. It's necessary at this time.
All right, let's come to your party a little bit. Given your assessment of things right now, is your party as popular as it was?
My party CDC, I'm on record for the party remain the most popular party, not just within Liberia, but it remained the people populous party.
Popular
The
party
party
in
is very
terms of
popular.
name recognition or in terms of numbers or in terms of favorability?
Sorry?
I'm asking you, is your party still popular in terms of name recognition or in terms of favorability or in terms of numbers? Tell me, how is your party popular?
In terms of recognition, In terms of name, in terms of number, the party is very popular.
And yet you could not beat Darius DeLong. He got the CDC flock by a huge margin in a landslide. You think you guys can do it?
Yeah, that is possible in politics. He won the election. That shows you that shows you the beauty of democracy. He won elections, but that does not mean he will win election again. So we are now back in our war rooms. We are now back on our feet. That was a time for him to win, and that which we respect as a party, and we work along with the process. He's a Liberian. He won the election. That's okay. But we are about to go into another election on December 8th. And let's see who wins. But I trust my party. I know that my party is going to reclaim Montserrado County.
Thank you. His name is Frank Saah Foko Jr., and he is an aspirant for the representative seat of District Number 9, Montserrado County. And he's here in an exclusive with Focus on Liberia. I'm Anthony C. hosting, and the program you are watching is Focus on Liberia Spotlight. In Spotlight, we place the light on one of our own, trying to do something extraordinary. It might be in any other capacity and not only in politics. Welcome to the show and stay with us. We still have some questions for Frank. Frank, election requires money. It is an expensive process. You see inside Joseph ditching, not inside Joseph, but Thomas Fowler throwing money all over the place. And you saw Sir Joseph did the same as well. It seems to be your party now is using the cash violence. Do you have the money?
What are you talking about? Party using cash violence? I don't understand when you say party is using cash violence. What are you talking
Cash
about?
violence is when you are giving the people money so that they will vote for you. When you're buying rice and giving it to the people so that they can vote for you. When you are giving the people money in the name of so they will do businesses, that's cash violence in my understanding. Do you have the money to compete in the race?
I think before getting to your answer,
Mhm.
I think the choice of words is wrong. That using cash violence, giving the people rights to vote for them, giving the people cash in the name of loan. I think the Liberian people deserve that. Once your leader has the opportunity or has the means of helping his or her people, I don't think that's a wrong thing. So I don't think that's cash violence. The people deserve it. Those individual names you call, these are people who have been doing it for their people even prior to elections. So the records are there. Honorable Thomas Fowler, you see in his district, you see we have university in his district, and there are several other developments within his district. So he has been doing these things prior to this time. He did it before. He's a third-term lawmaker. So the records are there. I don't think he's using cash violence. The choice of war is wrong. I think his people deserve it. Once he has it and he decides to share with the people, that's not wrong. Honorable Sir Joseph has been doing it even before he became representative. He did this since he was on the refugee camp. He's on record for helping his friends. He on record for helping people. So once he has money and he wants to help the market women, yeah, that's a good thing. That's not even if I have such money, I'm going to do same to help the less fortunate people because you see our marketeers, all of those market women, these are people who are selling to send their children to school. Like some of us, our parents sold to send us to school. So once you empower those women, it means that you are empowering too many lives because those people come in the various markets, they do business and go back to feed their family at home. They go back to send their children to school. So
All right.
once you empower them by giving them money, they're going to do business to go and help their family. So I think it's necessary. I don't think that's cash violence.
Well, he disagreed with my description of the use of money and other valuables in trying to convince people as being car violence. And he made it clear. He said if he had that money, he would do the same. Now it is a new political mundus or operandi to give money in exchange for votes. But Frank, you just said
No,
to me that if
no.
you had the money, and my question, my original question was, do you have the money, Frank, to compete in this race? Do you?
Yes, Honorable Sia, I think I told you that I've been working for years.
Okay.
I've been working for a little over 10 years.
Mhm.
I'm a responsible man. I know how it takes to go into election. I took all of those things into consideration. I know why it takes to go to election. So the issue of money, not just having money,
Mhm.
but money to use for its internal purpose.
Mhm.
So it's not a problem. I know that I'm set and ready for this election.
And will you be counting on your party's financial blessing as well, or contribution, to pull through, my friend?
That which I will appreciate. That's a party. That's a party. The party has her own internal way of doing things. So if my party help me, that which I know my party going to help me through so many means. My party going to help me financially. My party going to help me to mobilize. My party going to help me to campaign. That which is a tradition, not just to CDC, but all other political parties in Liberia. When you find a candidate on the party ticket, you find everybody coming around to help build that person up. So that which is not a problem, even in the great United States of America. You find a person going on a party ticket, even at the presidency level. Trust me, you find everybody coming around to help that person.
That is
Other
true.
people coming to help through different means. Other people coming to help you with prayers. Other people are coming to help you to mobilize. Other people may help you with financial assistance. Other people are just coming for different reasons. So it's not a problem for my party to help me, provided if necessary.
Thank you, and I agree with you. A party should be able to help its candidates to succeed financially, and it is doing here in the United States. Even supporters in the United States here, members of those parties contribute to their candidate success, and I couldn't agree more. You are right there on point. But in electioneering, one of the things required is the issue of messaging, message, campaigning. Tell me about your platform. What are the things that you're running on?
To be honest with you, I'm going to be speaking the next time I appear on your platform when it comes to my message.
Okay.
I'm going to come here specifically to speak to my message. My
Mhm.
team,
Mhm.
we will come up with our message. You're going to see our message, but I'm going to come back on the platform and explain my message clearly to my audience.
Okay. Well, he said he's going to come by. He has made this commitment and he got himself into trouble. You can't promise Anthony here that you will come by. I will chase you in any hole you try to hide in because it is my job to hold the people that want to represent our suffering people accountable. For far too long, many have represented them and stay. Even in your district, we are talking about safe drinking water. We are talking about electricity. There you are. I don't know if it is like little candle light you have on. So I hope, my friend, you are sober about this decision that you are making. Even though I would say to any Liberian, they should be proud of you for making that decision because that is politics. It's part of us. But we want to do it right. Let's come to this. Now that you don't have your campaign message and you are working on that, you have time. I'll give you a little slide on that one. But if all goes well for you and you are finally on that ticket, and when the votes are counted in December, who will be the winner? Will it be Fubu Herrings? Will it be Jean Salinsa Deba? Or will it be Frank Saah Foko Jr.? Tell me, who will be that winner?
It's definitely going to be Frank Saah Foko Jr.
So tell me, Fubu Herrings has been visible. In the language of the CPP, they say you must be active and visible. So, to his credit, he has been visible. He has been very active in the district. He has been working on these drainages. And I admire what the young man has been able to do. That tells me that he has won the hearts and minds of many people in that district. He will be on a CPP ticket if he's lucky. And that's four collaborating, that's four political parties against your party that is struggling right now in terms of numbers. And you think you're going to beat him?
Like I say again, the choice of war is wrong. The CDC is now struggling in terms of number.
Mhm,
There is no political party in Liberia that has number more than the CDC. It is clear. But let me get to the issue.
mhm.
Those candidates, we have many candidates to come up. I don't know if Fubi will run. I don't know if Jean Salisa Diba will run. I don't know if all of those other candidates that you are talking about, that you are referring to as my competitors, I don't know if they will run. But if they should run, I, with the former manner in which I understand this district politically, absolutely, there is no candidate I see can win because what I'm bringing on the table is what the people want, and the people know that I'm not coming to them with stories. I'm coming to them with reality. I'm not coming to them. I'm not coming to fake them. I'm not coming to bring those usual political tactics to them, but I'm coming to them as their son who means well. I'm coming to them as a person who they have been following, my track record for years. So going to the process, I don't see who to win Foco in this process because I understand the in and out of electoral district number 9 as a political engineer and as a political strategist.
You just said to me that you don't have your message here. You don't have your platform here. But
No, I
you are
didn't say
also
so.
telling me, hold
No,
on, let me learn,
I know I
Foucault.
didn't say no, I didn't say so. I did not say that I don't have it yet.
But you said you will
I
come back. You will
I will
come
come
back.
back to discuss
I
it. Yeah,
asked you
for
for
some
it, and you said you will come back. That tells
I will
me
come back. No, no,
okay.
that coming back does not mean that I
Mhm.
don't have it.
Okay.
But I told you on the next time in our
Mhm.
next interview, I
Mhm.
will definitely discuss my platform
Okay. But you just said now that your people know what you will be bringing to them.
because
How do they know?
they've been following and they've been following. They are on ground. You are not on ground.
Okay.
Like you earlier stated, you are not on ground,
Hmm.
and they are on ground. So they have been following our activities
Hmm.
over the years. So they know exactly what we are doing. You are there and watching from there, but they are here on ground, seeing the actual story. They know what I'm bringing on the table. Their greater wish now should be I should not be a candidate on the party's ticket or I should not run. If you ask any of those guys right now in their secret room, they will tell you that they are on their knees praying that Frank Focus should not be part of this process. But I can assure them that I will be part of this process and I will be the next representative of this district.
In the history of the CDC, President George Montefiore now is used to raising people's hands to get them to the finish line. He did that for John J. Weah. Oh, sorry for the man. He did not pull through. He did that for Polita. It didn't happen. But my question is, are you counting on the political blessing of the president to raise your hand in that district?
Well, obviously, it's not possible for me to be a sedition and does not wish for the blessing from our political hero and father. That which is obvious. I need his blessing.
Mhm.
His blessing will take me through.
His blessing will take me through, he said. Even though I
In as
couldn't
much,
get Polita Weir to the
in
finish
as
line,
much,
even though I
in
couldn't
as
get
much,
John J. Weir to the finish line, but Foko is
yeah, that,
telling me that will happen in his case.
yeah, that, in politics, these
Mhm.
things happen.
Okay.
This is politics.
Right.
In politics, these things happen.
Okay.
You know, that was just a situation that occurred, but that does not mean that it will keep happening. No, that was just a process. But just watch and see how the process go on. Definitely we're going to appear on this platform again. After I shall have given you my platform. Probably my next time to appear on this platform will be when I'm the next representative of electoral district number 9.
But Frank, please commit. If you win the party primary, then you come, and then we can talk more politics, my friend. But let me read a few comments from my viewers here on Facebook, and then you respond, and then we call it a day. This one is from Marie Bade. I will not read derogatory comments, folks. In our politics, we should be respectful even when we disagree. Marie, with this one, where have you been when football herrings been cleaning your house? She writes. All right, let me see this one from Marie again. That the Liberian people money, they are all bunch of, she used the word criminals there. Um, Let me come to this one and look for another one. This one is from Nora Hoax. Some people need to contribute in the private sector to empower the citizen instead of everybody wanting to be or want to be in politics. You are right, but it is that person right also to want to be in politics. Dave Ja writes, Frank, you cannot run on another person's records, especially when the person is not around. What is your understanding of the role of a representative? What have you done that prepare you for the job? Great question there from Dave Ja. But Dave, I can say to you, Frank, answer that question. Let me come to this one again. Dave, with this one concerning priorities of or for allocation of projects. What are your views regarding WIA's decision to build a military hospital when there are crumbling ones across the country? How will you convince the president about a similar one in the future? Something for you to consider responding to there. This one is from Victor Nog. We are resolved to elect him to the House of Parliament. You're getting some political backup right there from the man Victor. So just few comments from our viewers here. Respond to them quickly, and then we will get your parting statement, Frank.
Like the first person who stated, where have I been? I don't know where that person is commenting from because if you are living electoral district number 9, the records are there.
Mhm,
The issue of cleaning drainages is nothing to brag about.
mhm,
We have not been involved into that kind of showing off politics
mhm,
where you come to clean right behind your own backyard. You have to go Facebook Live to show to people that you are working. So I cannot be cleaning my community and other communities and I brag about it.
mhm.
So that is nothing to brag about. We've been involved into it and the records are there. So I don't know what you asked about where have I been? The Liberian people money, I don't want to drag into that issue because that is just way down the belt. I don't want to go into that issue because the person is speaking off record. So I don't want to go down to that. I respect your view, but your view is just far from reality. Uh, the issue of going to private sector, yes, that is true. I also serve in other private sectors before coming to government. So I also contributed to private sectors, and I encourage most of my friends to also go and serve in private sector. So that's a good thing. I respect that, but I did already. So I'm on record for doing that. I serve in other private sectors. So I say thank you for your view. And the issue of the military hospital was never the wrong decision. I remember during the past regime where at a certain point in time, people were criticizing the defense ministry and the military as whole, that they never had a hospital within that place. You find military personnel and their family going to far areas to go get treatment. You find sometimes people get sick. The little clinic that was in the place there, it could not just take care of everybody. So building the military hospital at that place, this is not the only country that has military hospital. Other country has military hospital. Other country has police hospital. Other country, this is not the only country. And that military hospital is not just for the people in the army. That military hospital is also for the community. There are people around that belt who are already benefiting from that hospital. And she was say, see what the hospital did for us. Right after the president constructed this hospital, the coronavirus hit our country. And that hospital was able to help many patients in Liberia. It also was able to empower some of our medical doctors. They've been employed, they got a job. So I don't think that was wasteful. The president did that in his own wisdom. That was good for us, and we must applaud him for doing such development. We pray that he can take those development into other places. But I salute him for that. I respect his decision. Though I know in politics, other people may not accept the fact that you are doing the right thing. But I ask the president to keep focus. I like his courage, and I like the form and manner in which he's focused to achieving those things that he want to achieve.
Frank Saah Foko Jr. represented Aspirant District Number 9 in an exclusive with focus on Liberia. Frank, I can't let you go without asking you this question. And let me give that credit to one of my viewers here who is Blawa Hine. Uh, where do you stand on legislators' salary and benefits cut, Frank? Where do you stand? You know, many people have been complaining that the lawmakers are making too much. Where do you stand?
That is a national issue, right? That's been discussed at the level of at the level of the parliament. So I think this is something that we'll talk about later. But for now, I'm still studying it. I'm looking at it from both ways. I'm looking at it to be caught. I'm looking at it not to be caught. But I'm studying it, and I'm going to address that issue in subsequent time.
Is it too much or too little?
This is why I'm saying I'm going to look at it. I'm looking at it critically. I'm not just talking. I just don't want to talk because others are talking. But as a leader, you don't just speak to issue because it comes out. So I'm looking at it. I've already started looking at it. I'm looking at the pros and cons. And whatever I come up with, you're going to definitely hear it.
A political strategy, a political engineer. The issue have been around for quite too long, not this administration on it, especially under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And you are here telling us, you are still telling it, Frank.
Yeah, I need to study. I think it's necessary. I think you should applaud such a leader who looks at things critically, who does not just speak to issue because others are speaking to it. Like I said, in subsequent time, I will definitely get to that.
Are you trying to shy away from this because you've been close to uh, a member of parliament and you have benefited from the huge salary? So you don't want to criticize what you benefited from?
But not the issue of criticizing, not the issue of praise sinking, is the issue of looking at it critically. But subsequently, I will get to it. It's not an issue to really spend most of our time on. This is an issue that we need to look at. We should look at it from the broader standpoint, not just looking at it as politicians. So I'm still studying it. When I get my result, I will definitely come up with how I see it.
A member of the legislature in his bill revealed that his proposal, when accepted by the honorable legislature, will save $4 million annually. Saving $4 million annually and to divert it or direct it to things like education. Is that a good idea?
Sorry?
Is that a good idea to take some money from the lawmakers, just a little more, a little from them and direct it to the people that they represent? $4 million a year, is that
Uh,
a good idea?
like I said, Mr. C, this is something that I need to look at critically,
All right.
and I'm still looking at it. I'm going to definitely address that issue as soon as possible.
Thank you, Frank. Let us now get your final statement. There are a lot of people listening to you right now, and there are a lot of people that are going to listen to the broadcast later on, both on Facebook, on YouTube. Especially those you want to represent and the Liberian people you will be serving, should you be lucky enough to get elected. What do you want to leave with us?
So let me leave this with you. Let me say thank you first to my listening audience. I truly appreciate the time you took to at least follow this show. I said thank you to my critics. I truly appreciate all of your energy you use to criticize me. I think I'm going to look at some of those criticism. I think some are necessary to be looked at. I think some are not just necessary. So I respect your view as a person, as Liberian. I respect you. But I'm the kind of different politician who's coming to the process. Trust me, I'm not going to run behind people who criticize me, but I'm going to sit and look at your criticism and then build on it. So, most especially, let me say thank you to our mother, Mistress Elizabeth Sapabro Pelham, the mother of the late representative. I want each and every one of you to also keep her in our prayers. She's not going through something easy. She's going through a lot. It has not just been easy for she and the rest of the family. Let's keep praying for them. Let God make them strong. Let God give them another energy to move on. And I also want to say thank you to my peace-loving people of Electoral District Number 9. I salute all of those who follow me, all of those who believe that I can bring light to the table. I respect you. I truly appreciate every one of you. And I say thank you to the President of the Republic of Liberia who has been able to steer the affairs of this country for this length of time. And we are hopeful and are very sure that he's going to accomplish his dreams that he has for this country. And I say thank you to each and everyone. Let us all hold hands together in order to develop Liberia. I think the president is an open person who is willing to work with everybody, both from the opposition, because there are many opposition persons who have been appointed into senior government positions. I think he's a good person. He's a good man with an open heart. We, as people, most especially those from the opposition and those who are not from the opposition, who are from the private sectors, and our brothers in the diaspora and just everywhere, you can come back home to help your country. There are so many ways you can help your country, not just by working in government. Our country is currently peaceful. You can come to do investment in your country. You can talk to your international partners, your friends from up there, and we can do a lot of investment in Liberia just to help develop our country. We cannot leave all with the government. Government alone cannot do all, but it is we citizens that will definitely help government to develop. So I said thank you to everybody, and I said thank you to my supporters. I love everybody.
The voice of aspirant Frank Saah Foko Jr., and he is aspiring to represent the people of District Number 9 in Montserrado County. Folks, we can't thank you so very much for taking up your time to listen to us and our guests in the topic that we have discussed. My name is Anthony Sie saying to you, thank you for watching our program. I encourage you to like our Facebook page and also subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can be notified immediately when we are on any of those platforms to bring you information that you need to know and the things that are happening in your country. Again, thank you and thank you. We have a song for you, and the song says, we are all Liberians, no matter what. But tomorrow, let me share with you what we will be doing here. At 7 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, the hour of politics with me as your host will be here. This time around, we are going into the closet of the opposition. We want to know whether the opposition represent any viable alternative for our country. Yes, we will talk it. On that note, I want to say thank you to Frank for honoring our invitation. Stay safe. We hope to see you again to talk about the issues again. Thank you and bye bye, folks.
We are Labira. Labira is our home. Labira people. Ile yubete awiwa. Labira oh. Ile yubete awiwa. Labira mi labira.